What's up, guys? We've done a lot of lists and rankings and tiers on this channel, but I'm really excited for this one today. It's going to be a little bit different. Now, here's what we're going to do. If all the Jets players were available and we were building, or I was building, a franchise from scratch, which 15 players would I choose to build around? Now, we're going to do it in a 3-year window, so we'll get a nice mix of young guys and some veteran players. Okay, so age matters, health matters, money does not. Who's the first 15 picks? Let's start with pick number 1. Come on, Zack Wilson, quarterback. Now I'm high on Zack Wilson. I think he's going to be an excellent quarterback in this league. But if you're not as high on Zack as me, even if he develops into an league average quarterback, that's still more important than any other player or position on this team because it's the most important position in sports. If you don't have it, not much else matters on your roster. Pick number 1 is QB1, Zack Wilson. Pick number 2, Quinn Williams, defensive interior. His ceiling, high as anybody on the team. And I know we're saying he needs to break out to justify his top 5 pick. But honestly, for me, he just needs to return to his 2020 form and stay on the field. In 2020, he had 7 sacks in 13 games, was excellent against the run. The win rate, the quarterback pressures, the tackles for loss, really solid. So, next year, if he plays 17 games, at that same clip of production, a little bit higher snap count as an older player, you're talking 10 sacks, really solid against the run. And defensive interior players who do that, their names are Chris Jones, Cam Hayward. Those are Pro Bowl, all-pro caliber players on the defensive interior. I think that's what we can expect out of Quinn Williams in this next 3-year window. Number 3, another young player, a smaller sample size even, so projecting even more, but I'm going Elijah Moore, wide receiver. Now, we know he had that really excellent stretch of games, weeks 8 to 13, averaging 75 yards a game and about a touchdown a game as well. Obviously, you stretch that out over a 17-game season, and it's an all-pro, unbelievable year. But even before that, Elijah Moore was balling. He was cooking corners, was open a lot. Roll the tape. But we had a rookie quarterback in, or a backup quarterback in, or a shaky offensive line, and all those factors didn't allow him to get the production earlier in the year. So I think he hits the ground running, and he's Zach's go-to target right away. He's wide receiver 1, no doubt, and he's pick number 3. Now, the next 2 picks, when I say these names, you might think they're a little high, but I think you could argue they were the most valuable players on the Jets team last year. Starting with pick number 4, George Fant, offensive tackle. Not a sexy pick, but I'm getting premier positional value in left tackle, maybe the most important position besides quarterback. I'm getting excellent play. 1 sack allowed last year. To my eye, the best season from a Jets left tackle since DeBrickashaw-Ferguson retired. And he had the knee scope at the end of last year, but other than that, I'm getting a very durable player. So we got quarterback at pick number 1. Now we're protecting his blind side at pick number 4. Pick number 5. On the line, other side of the ball, John Franklin Myers, a damn good football player, really underrated. Still 25 years old, and if we look at when he was lined up in the interior last year, where he's at his best, where he can use his length and athleticism against guards and centers, he had a pressure rate of 14.4%. Only 2 defensive interior players had a better pressure rate last year. One of them was named Aaron Donald. So he's unbelievable. Now, Quinn next to him. JJ Lawson on the edges, a breakout season for JFM, no doubt about it. He's number 5. Now, number 6. We're loving the trenches here. A guy who will be blocking JFM a decent amount in training camp. Laken Tomlinson, guard. Now, he's 30 years old, so year 3, maybe not looking as sweet as if we went with a younger player, but we talked about some Pro Bowl potential with other guys. How about a guy who just did it? Only a player on the Jets offense or defense who made the Pro Bowl last season. Okay, now also availability, your best ability. We know he's going to be on the field. He does not miss time. An excellent football player, a home run in the locker room. He's pick number 6. Pick number 7, Mekhi Becton, offensive tackle. Ditto that on Quinn Williams. A ceiling as high as anybody on the roster. All right, if he doesn't go down last year, he's probably pick number 2. We can't forget the waves of dominant traits we saw as a rookie. And he was durable in college. He was durable for the most part, besides a couple of nicks as a rookie. So I'm expecting Mekhi Becton to hit the field next year and be the best run blocking tackle in the NFL. Can't wait. He's pick number 7. Pick number 8. I feel like I'm repeating myself with Becton, a guy who was injured, but just too talented to let slide any further. Carl Lawson, edge. And don't let the sack numbers fool you. He is a top 10, 12 edge defender in this league when he's right. The pressure rate, the win rate, setting the edge against the run, an excellent football player. All right, still 27 years old, so 27 to 30 in that 3-year window, that's still his prime. So it's a gamble on the Achilles tear, but the positional value and the talent, it's just too high to let him slide any further. Number 9. Man, looking at this 9 through 11 I have right now, it's just the level of talent on this team that these guys are 9 through 11. All right, now number 9, if we just went on who played the best football last year, regardless of position, he might be pick number 1. That's DJ Reed Cornerback. Okay, now last year, he started a little shaky like the first 3 weeks, but the last 14 games, he had no touchdowns allowed, 2 picks. You know, the passes defended, the completion percentage allowed, the passer rating when targeted, all really excellent. You know, maybe his best attribute, he might be the best tackling corner in the league. He had the lowest yak yardage allowed per reception last year. Okay, and a 5% missed tackle rate. So even when guys make catches on him, they go down right away. And he'll help in the run and the screen game as well. DJ Reed, excellent corner. He's number 9. Number 10. How the heck in the world is this guy all the way down to number 10? I don't know, but I don't know who to move out, who's in front of him. AVT, guard opposite of Laken Tomlinson. Look, I'm going to quote Daniel Jeremiah when AVT was coming out of the draft, and he said, he's going to be a Pro Bowl guard. He just is. I guarantee it. Do we need to say anything else on AVT? All right, we just finished out the top 10. We have 5 more picks to go. If you've hung around this long, maybe like the video. That'd be cool. Now, we haven't picked any rookies yet. So I'm awaiting the experience and me seeing all these guys I've listed demonstrate excellence on Sundays pretty high. Okay, so maybe you're not weighting that as high, and that's okay. That's what makes it an interesting conversation. But we got some rookies coming off the board soon, so here we go. Number 11, Sauce Gardner. Maybe the best prospect in the draft, arguably, and maybe second behind Aiden Hutchinson. All right, now cornerback is a position where you're drafted really high. You can come in and produce and be ready to go within your first 1 or 2 seasons, absolutely. Now, he's going to wear his lumps as a rookie. He didn't give up a touchdown in college at all. He'll give up a touchdown this year. Someone will get him on a double move. And also you get the length. You get the closing speed. You get the catch-up speed. You get the ball skills. You get the tackling ability. If you could build a corner in the lab, it'd be Sauce Gardner, but probably with like 12 more pounds of muscle. Unbelievable talent. And I bet you by year 3, when he's a top 5 corner in the league, him being all the way at number 11 will look ridiculous. And I look forward to that. Number 12. It breaks my heart to have him all the way down here, but CJ Mosley. Really, really good football player at linebacker, heart and soul of our defense. What a leader. Quarterback of the defense. But what's really working against CJ is the age and then the positional value of Mike linebacker. All right, so year 3 of this, as an inside linebacker, I just think the other guys who are younger or maybe play a more important position deserve to be ahead of him. But CJ is definitely a guy we need to have on this top 15 when building a team. Number 13, Breece Hall, running back. Now, why did I go with him over first-round picks Garrett Wilson or Jermaine Johnson? Those guys might be better prospects. They might be. But I think running back is one of those positions, maybe the position where guys are pro-ready the most. I think you're going to see like 85% of what Breece Hall has right as a rookie. He's going to hit the ground running, ready to go. I think we're going to get a top 12 back the second he takes the field. All right, the vision, the balance, the extra gear in the open field, the hands. Number 20, he's pick 13. Pick 14, fellow rookie, Garrett Wilson. We just mentioned Breece Hall. Is Garrett a better prospect as a top 10 pick? Probably. Yeah, he is. But wide receiver, it often year 3 is that year where they really pop in terms of production. So Garrett Wilson, he's going to be making plays. He's going to be a difference maker on this offense years 1 and 2, no doubt about it. And once he catches his bearings and learns this complex system, he's going to be an unbelievable football player. But I think if we're expecting 1,000-yard season out of Garrett Wilson as a rookie, we might be disappointed. Breece Hall, that might happen. Now to round out the draft, pick number 15, rookie Jermaine Johnson, edge. Ditto what I said about wide receiver. Edge defenders, it's usually, again, that year 3 where they pop in terms of sack production. Now, remember that old adage of Jermaine Johnson, oh, he's too old. Well, good. I'm glad he's old because he's going to be playing grown man football right away. You know, your primary responsibility in this 4-3 defense at edge, you got to be able to set that edge against the run. Jermaine Johnson, he's going to be able to do that right away in September. He'll be a plus run defender, throwing a handful of sacks. Okay, but I'm not predicting that Jermaine Johnson will notch double-digit sacks within his first 2 seasons. And that's fine. Pick 15. All right. Where did I go right? Where did I go wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Go Jets.